Shalom. All praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, rachak, wadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And peace, shalom, peace unto the elect. Now, a quick hit, Lord willing. I'll just keep flowing unless it comes to an end. Until Brother Yahawah Biasap calls me. So if it ends abruptly, Salakia. So we went in Rome, do as Romans do. And as you see, if you can see, I've uploaded a part 2. I recorded or attempted to record. I got about 40, 50, I don't know, between half an hour and 50 minutes in of a video, and the storage corrupted. It's frustrating, but there it is. So we'll try it again. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. It says, medieval Latin, si fueres Rome Romano vivito more, si fueres alabai vivito secut ebai, often short to when in Rome, which is a lot easier to say. Right, or a later version, when in Rome, do as the Pope does. I've never heard that one. There's a proverb attributed to Saint Ambrose, alright, and he's one of the main doctors, according to this. Right, one of the main doctors. He's sort of got some complexion going on there. But a doctor is someone who administers a doctrine, not to be conflated or confused with what we call today a doctor. Right, in scripturally they'd be a physician, but they won't be dealing with pharmakeia. Right, says the phrase means it is advisable to do the conventions of the area in which you are residing or visiting, and not necessarily, or not particularly. Okay, it says, we don't have to do all that, but the idea is when in Rome, do as the Romans do. So let's get some scriptures on it. Now, when in Rome, do as the Hebrews do. And in part 2, I already got this, but we'll get it again, talking about that wicked demonic demon. Okay, Antiochus. Right, 1 Maccabees 1 and 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom, and he was king over Greece, but the Greeks had conquered us at that point, the Jews, the Israelites. So he was talking to many people that are all over, and that's why you have there's neither Jew nor Greek. In 2 Maccabees 6 and 6, it says it wasn't lawful for a man to call himself a Jew anymore, or to keep ancient feasts. So therefore, what would you call yourself if you're in Greece and you're a Jew? You can't call yourself a Jew. You'd quote unquote assimilate. You'd be a Greek. You'd win in Greece, do as the Greeks do. That's the Greco-Romans. That's the first start of the Ease Empire. 1 Maccabees 1 and 41. Wherever King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion, and sacrificed unto idols, and profaned the Sabbath. Okay, so when we leave our laws, it's a quote-unquote religion. Right, so if we're leaving to go and worship Roman gods, different deities, and idolaters, do idolatry, because it says in Psalm 96 and 5, for all the gods of the nations are idols, but Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi made the heavens. Okay, so Romans 12 and 2. Just to wrap that up, this is our culture, this is our default, or this is our standard way. When we divert, we go divergent from that, then it becomes a religion. Now, some would consider this a religion, this thing of ours, but really this is just our natural state, having faith in the Lord. Romans 12 and 2, and be not conformed to this world. Right, this world at this time, look at the name of the title, Romans 12. So he was writing to all that be in Rome, called to be saints. Many are called, but few are chosen. Romans 1 and 7, it said to all that be in Rome, beloved of Yahawah, called to be saints, grace to you and peace from Yahawah, Abanawa, and Ha'adawan Yahawashi HaMashiach. Right, to all that be in Rome, called to be saints. The saints are the Israelites. Read Psalm 50 and 5, Psalm 148 and 14, even the children of Israel. So he's talking to the children of Israel in Rome, and he's saying, do as the Romans do. So who's this quote-unquote doctor? Or what's his doctrine? Is it biblical? La'ah. Romans 12 and 2, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that acceptable. But we'll read it from the top. Romans 12 and 2, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahawah. Right, so we're not meant to be, as the Romans in Rome, sacrificing to idolaters. Okay, and we were called out of that darkness, rather into marvelous light. 1 Peter 2 and 9. But ye are a chosen generation. When you go into that word for generation, that's genos. Right, it means a certain ethnic group. Right, 1 Peter 2 and 9. But ye are a chosen genos, a royal priesthood and a holy nation. Right, what's a nation? A nation. Right, it comes from the men Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob on down. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood and holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should shew forth the praises of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvellous light, which in time past were not a people, but are now the people of Yahawah, which had not obtained mercy, but now have obtained mercy. Right, so we're in we're in the darkness of the Gentiles, of the Romans. We were called out of that. 1 Corinthians 12 and 2. You know that you were Gentiles, carried away into these dumb idols, even as ye were led. So we were led. Okay, we were led unto the pit. But Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi had mercy upon we. And now we're able to be out of that world, out of Rome. Right, like it says, out of every tongue and kindred. St. John chapter 17 and start 15. I pray not that thou shouldest take us them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil. So we're not going to be taken out of Rome. We're in Rome, to all that be in Rome. But we're not doing it as the Romans do. Okay? It said, they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. So Yahawashi was in the world, not of the world. Likewise with you. If you're keeping that faith, and Lord willing you are. John 17 and 16. They are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. So Yahawashi, he wasn't of the world, and his kingdom wasn't of this world. Let's find that. This is St. John chapter 18, verse 36. Yahawashi answered, my kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight, that I should not be delivered to the Jews. But now is my kingdom not from hence. So it's not yet. No, not of this world, no E's world. 2 Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9. It says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So Jacob, the star out of Jacob, he is the beginning of it that followeth. I'll get that. If I can remember where it is. If it's not here, in fact it's Numbers. This is Numbers 24 and 17. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and smite the corners of Moab, and destroy all the children of Sheth. And who are the children of Sheth? Right, who is Seth or Sheth? It says, and Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. And primarily it starts with the land, but the inhabitants thereof as well. Let's see. We could go 1 Peter 1 and 16. We'll start 15. But as he which hath called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversation, because it is written, be ye holy, for I am holy. And where's that written? That's in, I know it's at least in Leviticus. And what does it mean to be holy? In fact, when we find it, we'll look it up. We'll go 11:45. Right, so Leviticus 11:45 or 45. It says, "For I am Yahawah, that bringeth you up out of the land of Egypt to be your power. Ye shall therefore be holy, for I am holy." And what is that word for holy? And look, this is a lesson, picking out words, draw out words, and reading aloud of the scriptures. So it says, Quadawash. It says from Quadash there, as you can see. It says sacred, holy, holy one, saint, set apart. Right, and then in the King James usage, holy 65 times, holy one, 39 times saint, 12 times, so it means to be set apart. Right, to not be in a mixture of error. And there's a lot here, so I'll just roll through it, pick out any ones that pick my fancy, but they're all, and none of these are off, okay, but just to draw out the point. So it says this one, be separate, right, same way here, I can't move it, to be set apart. There, to set apart as sacred, to not be as the Romans do, as the Romans do, and when in Rome do as the Hebrew Israelites do. True idolatry is sacred, or halal. So you say it has a King James use: sanctify 108 times, hallow 25, dedicate 10, holy 7, prepare 7, consecrate 5, appointed 1, bid 1, purified 1, miscellaneous 1. It says, it quoted that in Peter. It says, because it is written, be ye holy, for I am holy. So that's, and look, what's that? That's in the law. That's in the law. And in Rome, it's very acting upon thine own will, thelema. We have it here, Romans 13 and 14. But put ye on, ha'adawan Yahawashi hamashiach, make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. So that's contrary. So when you're in Rome, you're doing as the Hebrew Israelites do. Let's see, we'll get Colossians 3 and let's start at 8. Colossians 3 and 8, but now ye also put off all these: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. And all of these was promoted by the Roman way of dealing. Blasphemy, right, to go against, to have injurious speech towards the fame or reputation thereof. And who came forth with blasphemy upon, is it the crowns? Is it? We'll check real quick. Upon his heads, Salakia. Alright, upon his heads. I have to find that again, Colossians. So that's what? Rome. So when you're in Rome, are you meant to do that and carry yourself and carry out them actions there as Rome? Are you supposed to do as the Hebrews? Where were we? 8, verse 8. But now ye also put off all these: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. It says, lie not one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him. We'll leave that in the next verse, all of that. Jew nor Greek. Sorry, Greek nor Jew. And why again, we'll hit the Apocrypha real quick to remind ourselves. Or mind ourselves, because we've not actually gone into it on this lesson. 2 Maccabees 6 and 6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient fasts. So like I said, feasts earlier, ancient fasts, but Sabbath days, that's a type of feast. It didn't mean you could keep the Feast of Weeks and they're like, oh, you can be a Jew now. It was a complete and utter persecution on a great scale, but there's going to be a greater one to come. Jacob's trouble, the M to the A to the R to the K, the CH to the I to the IP address. 2 Maccabees 6 and 6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient fasts, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew. right? And what? So some of the holy days, the Pasach, you're professing yourself to be an Israelite. You know, there wasn't Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom split at that time. You know, it came after Solomon or Solomon, but you know, it's an Israelitic custom. So they weren't saying, oh well, if you're not a Jew, yeah, you can be Northern Kingdom. They profess themselves all to be a Jew, to be an Israelite. Any of the customs of Judah, right? Jewry. You look into that. And Bacchus, you know, we'll just read it. 2 Maccabees 6 and 7, and certain things, you know, feasts, fasts, most of feasts, they would keep in, what was I saying, Salaki? Certain feasts they would keep in Greece, alright, and they would be unto who? Other gods, other powers. So when you're in Greece doing as the Greeks do, and doing as E does, then you're transgressing. Right, so explain that one. What's this called? Ambrose, explain that one. So it says 2 Maccabees 6 and 7, and in the day of the king's birth every month. So this is the thing, birthdays, you know, celebrating that now. You can think of a scripture in Job to bring out on that. But they kept it not once every year, is how it's kept in this modern Rome. But they used to keep certain ones every month. So say it was on the quote unquote 13th, then the 13th of every month, that would be a quote unquote hallowed day for them. 2 Maccabees 6 and 7, and in the day of the king's birth every month, they were brought by bitter constraint to eat of the sacrifices, or sacrifices unto idols, that is. And when the fast of Bacchus was kept, the Jews were compelled to go in procession to Bacchus carrying ivy, and that's where you get the term, you know, bacchanalia. Yeah, the bachelorette, to be a bachelor. Let's fact check that. I know it to be the case, but I want to have it on screen, on record. We just check that the microphone's on. Look at my history there. Lecture lesson, strategic prostitute spasm. It's a funny sentence. What did I say? Bachelor. Yeah. Well, it says that of a bachelor. So, you know, it's the same. So, bachelorette, 1620s, university degree of a bachelor, from modern Latin, baccalaureatus. Let me try that again. Baccalaureatus, from baccalaureus, student with the first degree. Alteration of medieval Latin, baccalaureus, one who has attained the lowest degree in university, advanced student lecturing under his master's supervision, but not yet having personal license, altered by folk etymology or wordplay, different baccalaureate, laurel berry. Laurels awarded from, what does it say? From Baculum staff, Basilius, which the young student might carry, or it might be a re-Latinization of bachelor in its academic sense. And what is a bachelor? If we can find this, it says young man, also youthful. It does seem to actually have it on. Young man, also youthful knight, novice in arms, from Old French. Bachelor, bachelier, knight bachelor, young squire in training for knighthood. Also young man, unmarried man, and a university title of uncertain origin. Well, that's not true, man. That's not necessarily true. Not particularly. I'm surprised it's not on here, you know. Let's try and find it. There it is. Bacchus, Greek god of wine and revelry, and that's what you do at quote unquote university or college. Greek god of wine and revelry, a later name of Dionysus, late 15th century, from Latin Bacchus, from Greek Bacchos, perhaps related to Latin bacca, berry, fruit of a tree or shrub, or from an Asian language, perhaps originally a Thracian fertility god. Let's see. So Bacchanal. Let's see what we can get. Bacchanal. Wait a second. Where are we? Alright, so again, if we're in Rome, if we're in Greece, what we're supposed to do is the Greco-Romans do. Are we supposed to have wine in excess? Let me try and find this. Yeah, that's a really good point actually. Looking online, if I can just, am I able to? Well, I cut off the recording early. I just had to deal with a couple of things. Anyway, back into it. Well, it's only a couple of seconds for you. Stop crying. Baccalaureate, BS, BA, Bachelor, Bacchus, Bacchanalia, debauched. Ooh, wait, hold on. Let's check that out real quick. Debauched on this one. Debauch. That's very interesting. It doesn't necessarily, and it's not always going to necessarily have all of them, because you have different etymologists, different scholars that go into it. But that would make sense. You're debauched, to be bacchanaliated, Dionysus. So there's a bacchants, laurels, liberate, libertine, oligophrenic. I'm surprised I could pronounce that. I started reading it, I was like, oh shit. Anyway, frantic, frenzy, schizophrenia. So it says this overview explores baccalaureate. Those who earn this degree owe their laurels or bacca to the memory of Bacchus, Dionysus. It says, and this, we're talking about when in Rome do as the Romans do. Going into a bit of history on the Jews and Greeks, because that's even in Rome. To all that be in Rome called to be saints, and some of them were being Greeks, so doing as the Romans do. Well, some of them were being Jews, so it's all linked in. A tenuous link maybe, but here we are. We're there. Turn it off if you're not feeling it. To earn a bachelor degree, to earn a bachelor degree is a cause for laud and laudatory, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, celebration, because Bacchus or Dionysus was also called laudator. His other names was Liber, perhaps because knowledge provides liberty. And you also had that, if you search at liberty, I think it'll go into libertas, which is what the Empire State, what's she called? The Statue of Liberty is based on that fake normative libertas. And maybe we'll do that. In fact, maybe, Yahawah Yahawah we'll do a response video, as I will say, hopefully. His other name was Liber, perhaps because knowledge provides liberty, while also is a source for some to take excessive liberties, a characteristic of libertines and of those excessively fond of libido. I think that means your sex drive. Says the wreath of bachelors is made of bay leaf or bacalori, or laurel in Spanish. Bachelors should remember that as laureates they are presumed to have the capacity for self-illumination through the ability to take delight in the light shed by knowledge of self. The knowledge of else is represented by Apollo and Athena. I think, let's see. If I'm not mistaken, I could be. Oh yeah, no. But there was the name, of course, there was the name Apollos. Yeah. Apollonia. There you have Apollos, born at Alexandria, which would be in Egypt, I think. That was known as Alexandria for a while. Apollos. So that's still a Greek name, innit? So a Greek name. Apollonius you had. Forgive me. Anyway. Athena. Yeah, Athens, of course. You could really do a whole thing on that whole video in itself. Many people would agree that mankind, since recorded, well, take it with a pinch of salt, has been fond of wine and other social lubricants like dance and music. Wine, song, and woman underscore such ideas. Let's see if we can get anything more. Let's see backhands, if we've got anything in there. No. And it is, when you have the bacchanalia and you have the what's it called? Whatever it's called, baccalaureate or whatever. Debauch. That's a very interesting one. We'll leave that bit there and go back to these scripts. And let's see, separate, and it even says that separated in Romans 1 and something, 1 and 4 maybe. There it is. Oh no. 1 and 1 even. Paul, a servant of Yahawashi HaMashiach, called to be an apostle, separated unto the gospel of Yahawah. Alright, so he wasn't in Rome doing as the Romans do, and mixing up the gospel with trying to involve all the idol deities. He was separated unto the gospel of Yahawah. Be ye holy, even as the Lord is holy. Now is it? I think it's Psalm the 4th chapter. Shout out, brother Psalm. Yeah, Kevin, Psalm, you completely went off. I know you're getting gotten. So let's see. Saying that the man invented marriage or whatever. How does that even make sense? God didn't make marriage. That reminds me of God hates. Let me look it up on my laptop. Here's Psalm 4. It's right in front of me, man. How embarrassing. Right, we'll pretend that didn't happen. Psalm 4 and 3. But know that Yahawah hath set apart him that is godly for himself. Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi will hear when I call unto him. Right, so he's set apart. He's not in Rome doing as the Romans do. He's set apart, right, for himself. No, in the world, not of the world. We'll just search the world and hit the quote-unquote New Testament. Right. Matthew 13 and 22. He also that received seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful. Right, you care too much about Rome. Right, you care too much about Babylon, too much about Egypt, Assyria, Nineveh. Where else? All them places where we've been scattered. But we'll get gathered up. And there it is. Matthew 18 and 7. Woe unto the world because of offences, for it must needs be that offences come, but woe to that man by whom the offence cometh. Right, and blessed is he that is not offended. While we're in that. There's Mark 8 and 36. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Right, whether that be all the kingdoms, all the worldly accolades, everything, good status in Rome, and lose your own soul. There's nothing wrong with having a good name, right? But if it's coming at the detriment of these scripts, what does it say? When a man's ways please the Lord Yahawah, then he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. And really, a lot of them is in the book of John. There is John 7:7. The world cannot hate you, but me it hateth, because I testify of it that the works are of evil. So if the works of the world, the world system, the secularum at that time, was being ruled over by Rome, at least where we were, especially where we were, and the works are evil, are we going to continue and do as the Romans do? Are we going to continue in evil works? So Mr. Ambrose, you completely went off. And I don't know too much about him, whether it's a Jake or not, but he completely went off nonetheless. More or less, he went all the way off. John 8:23. And he said unto them, Ye are from beneath, I am from above. Ye of this world, I am not of this world. Right, you are from beneath, you are carnal. Right, you are from the terror. Terra. The Lord from heaven is from the heaven. That's why he's the Lord from heaven. Yo, vocab. You better pray to white Jesus that we're wrong about what we teach. John 12:47. And if any man hear my words and believe not, I judge him not, for I came not to judge the world, but to save the world. Now who's this world, vocab? Who's this world? Is it the whole world? Because I'm pretty sure if we go to John 17:9, and before going back up, John 17:9 says, I pray for them, I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. So what world is that? Right, vocab. Right, the world cannot receive, like it says, the Spirit of truth. John 14:17, even the Spirit of the truth whom the world cannot receive. Right, so those that are in Rome that are not called to be saints cannot receive it. So you're going to carry on after them works? Even the Spirit of truth whom the world cannot receive, because it seeth him not, neither knoweth him, but ye know him, for he dwelleth with you, and shall be in you. John 15:18, if the world hate you, you know that it hate me before it hated you. But really, like it says, the world cannot hate us. Right, because really it's Yahawashi that's in us that is hated. And then let's get a few from the epistles, if they come up, or from let's get the. I know there's some in John. We'll probably close it out. I thought this would be a 10-minute video, but a man's heart. Where is it? Right, 1 John chapter 2:15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. Right, it's of the Romans. Ambrose. It says, and the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, abideth forever. 1 John 3:1. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of Yahawah. Therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not. Right, the sons of halalyam. It says, marvel, 1 John 3:13, marvel not, my brethren, if the world hate you. Why, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial? As there some strange things happen. What's going on? Stop looking at what on earth? I knew that this was meant to happen, but it's actually happening. 1 Peter 4:12, beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you, but rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. And we're nearly out of here, man. We're really nearly out of here. You saw when I was making this how many videos popped up. Psalm 19:2, day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night sheweth knowledge. Verse 3, there is no speech, no language where their voice is not heard. Right, so them, yeah, it's going out, man. It's coming out. Right, it's going out throughout the whole earth, and then the end shall come as a witness among all nations. If I leave it on for another 5 minutes, I reckon another video will pop up. So Psalm 19 and 4, their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun. Let me just get Matthew 24 and close out there. Matthew 24 and 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So you Israelites, whether you be in Rome, Greece, Uganda, Ghana, Nigeria, Jamaica, Babylon, South America, Europe, Russia, Asia, Antarctica, wherever the hell you be, right, it'll be preached, and those that are of the elect will get it, and them that are of the elect nation, Israel, will get it in the kingdom. Right, so with that I pray it was edifying. When in Rome, do as the Hebrews do, the Hebrew Israelites, giving all praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rachah, Kodash. Shalom.